Are you tired of the hustle until your eyes bleed mentality? Me too. Let's break free from the 8-hour workday trap and the belief that success means being endlessly busy. I'm here to share how you can work smarter, not harder. If you crave a life beyond your laptop screen, if you want to thrive without sacrificing your personal life, join me. I'm not about quick fixes or magic formulas. Instead, I'll guide you through practical changes that have helped countless entrepreneurs achieve a work-life balance they love. Life's unexpected challenges shouldn't define your business. Whether it's personal hurdles or cherishing family moments, your business can thrive without chaining you to a 40-hour work week. Curious? Stick around for actionable tips and insights to create a profitable, fulfilling business while reclaiming your time. Hit that subscribe button and let's dive into the game-changing strategies together. Number 1, set clear goals. Knowing how much money you need to live comfortably and how much your business needs to help you reach your financial goals is super important. It's like planning your road trip. You need to know how much gas your car needs to get where you want to go. Sometimes our personal and business money gets mixed up. When times are tough in the business, we might dip into our personal savings. And when things are going well, we might spend more than we should on the business or for ourselves. But if we keep doing this without really understanding how much money we actually need, we end up in a cycle of having too much or too little money. It's like sometimes we have a feast and sometimes we're starving. The key is figuring out exactly how much money you and your business need. Once you know that, you can set clear goals, break them down into smaller monthly amounts. It's like planning how much money you need to save each month for a big purchase. Put these goals where you can see them, like a reminder on your phone or a note on your desk, so you stay on track. The number of hours you work is totally up to you. Forget the idea that you have to stick to a 40-hour work week. What feels good for you? But here's the thing. Changing your work habits isn't a quick switch. It's more like changing what you eat. If you suddenly switch from working 60 hours to just 6, it's tough and likely won't stick. Habits need time to change, so take it slow. Start with small, achievable goals. Try cutting just an hour from your work each month. If you're doing a 50-hour week within a year, you could be down to 38. Want to be a bit daring? Go for an hour less per week. It's tough, like a diet, but the slow approach pays off in the long run. Now, if you're thinking this won't work for you, consider this. Imagine if something big happened and you could only work 20 hours a week starting next week. Would you figure out a way to make it work? It's about being flexible and finding what works best for you in the long run. Number 2, tailor your work hours. To figure out how to work less and earn more, you need to know how many hours you're actually working. It's like having a map before you start a trip. Start by keeping track of your time. There's this cool app called Toggle that makes it easy. It's like a timer for your work tasks. You just hit start when you begin and stop when you're done. Here's a cool story. One of my pals, a profit lover, thought she was super busy. But when she started using Toggle, she found out that the services she offered took way more time than they should have. It was like a light bulb moment. Once she figured that out, she managed to cut down her work hours by a massive 48%. That's a lot. With all that extra time, she split it between doing more stuff that made her money and hitting the local pool for some swim sessions. So, tracking your time can really make a big difference. Number 3. Track your work hours. Let's talk about this funky thing called productivity. Have you ever noticed that tasks tend to take up as much time as you give them? It's like they expand or shrink to fit the time you allocate for them. I had a first-hand experience with this a while back when I got hit by a nasty bug called glandular fever. It knocked me down hard and fast. One day, I was okay, and the next I was stuck in bed. My work hours went from around 38 per week to just 18. But here's the kicker. I still managed to get everything done. How on earth did that happen? Turns out I was filling up all the time I had with the tasks I needed to do, instead of working on getting those tasks done efficiently within the time they actually required. Imagine this. You could work 50 hours a week at 70% productivity or 35 hours a week at a 100% productivity level. The outcome would be pretty much the same. So it's not about how much time you spend, but how effectively you use that time. Tasks can sometimes balloon to fill the time you give them, but with a bit of clever management, you can achieve just as much, if not more, in less time. Number 4, know your hourly rate. Figuring out your hourly rate in your business is a crucial step once you've determined how much income you need. This hourly rate is special for a few reasons. Firstly, it gives you a sense of your worth. It's what you'd earn if you were working for someone else. Knowing this helps you value your own time properly. Secondly, it helps you gauge if your business is capable of providing the income you need. If it's falling short, this info helps you make changes. Then, this rate lets you decide if it's smarter to get someone else to do certain tasks that they can do faster and at a lower cost than you. Plus, understanding your hourly rate helps you prepare for unexpected scenarios. What if you need a long break from the business or want to pass on the hard work to someone else? Knowing this rate helps you figure out the costs. Now, let's break down the math. Say you aim to earn $100,000 a year from your business. We're considering a year with 52 weeks and focusing solely on your income for now. By scrutinizing different weekly work hours, you'll notice a gradual rise in your hourly rate as you reduce hours, from $32.05 at 60 hours to $48.08 at 40 hours. You might feel a bit nervous looking at the big jump from 60 hours to just 10, but hold up. Instead, focus on the gradual increase in your hourly wage as you decrease your work hours from 60 to 50 and then down to 40. It's totally doable and can help you manage your time and income better. Number 5, create consistent systems. Consistency is key in your business. Imagine if every time you made your favorite recipe, you changed the ingredients or steps. It wouldn't taste the same, right? The same goes for your business tasks. They should be done the same way every single time. Not only does this save you loads of time, but it also helps prevent mistakes. Think of it like having a trusty manual that guides you through each task. Starting to systemize your tasks now is super important. Don't wait until you're so overwhelmed that you need to hire someone urgently and then spend ages teaching them everything. Life can throw unexpected challenges and suddenly you're left with no time to train someone new. But here's the cool part. By having a system in place, you create a sort of playbook for your business. This playbook not only saves you time, but also becomes super handy if you ever need to bring someone else in. You'll know exactly how each task should be done and how long it takes. And when you know that, it's way easier to decide what tasks can be outsourced effectively. So start systemizing now to save time, prevent errors, and be ready for whatever comes your way in the future. Number 6, focus on profitable tasks. Tasks in your business fall into 2 categories, those that bring in money and those that take money out. Now that you've figured out your hourly rate, you can put a price tag on every moment you spend scrolling through Facebook instead of hustling on productive tasks like connecting with clients or promoting your business. Here's a simple test. Think about whether you'd pay someone else to do the task. For instance, if you hired a salesperson who rocked at their job, they'd make you money because sales equal money. But if you hired a bookkeeper, they'd cost you money. Now, if you hired someone to binge read cats doing funny things emails all day, that would waste money. Now let's clear something up. Costs are not evil. They're crucial for a successful business. But here's where things get dicey. Waste. That's the real problem. I'm not saying you should cut out all costs. It's more about understanding the real value of spending your time on tasks that bring in cash rather than hiding out in activities that drain your money. So, it's all about being savvy with your time and focusing on tasks that make your business grow rather than those that drag it down. Number 7, delegate and outsource. Running a business doesn't mean doing everything yourself, especially if you want to work less and earn more. Here's the scoop. Pick tasks that you either waste time on, dislike doing, or could be done by someone else for a lower cost. Then, use the time you save to focus on tasks that actually make you money. Ever heard of cool sites like Odesk or Fiverr? These places are gold mines for outsourcing tasks in your business. You'll find virtual assistants there who are super easy to hire and integrate into your business. Now, I get it. Bringing someone new into your business can feel like a massive leap of faith. It might even make you a bit jittery thinking about the investment. But guess what? This could be the key to unlocking more time for yourself and allowing you to zero in on tasks that bring in the bucks. A great VA isn't just someone who does tasks for you. They can also help you figure out where you need support. They'll assist in setting up systems and automations that make your life and business a whole lot smoother. Think of them as a trusty co-pilot who guides you through streamlining your business for more efficiency and success. Number 8, identify time drains. Time sucks are like those little sneaky tasks that gobble up your time without giving you much in return. When you're keeping tabs on your time properly, you start spotting these time suckers all over the place. From the social media rabbit hole of Facebook, Twitter, and my personal favorite, YouTube, to drowning in a flood of emails that could have been resolved with a simple call, these things eat up your day. There are plenty more to watch out for too, like pointless meetings that achieve zilch, constantly struggling with poor planning, interruptions from folks not connected to your business wanting your time, wasted travel due to disorganization, and even the in-between moments that vanish into thin air because you don't want to start a new task. It's like a never-ending list of time-sucking culprits. But once you spot these sneaky time sucks, it's time to show them who's boss and banish them from your routine, reclaiming your time and turbocharging your productivity. Number 9, automate for efficiency. Automation might seem like it costs money up front, scaring off small business owners. But here's the thing. Some costs are actually good because they end up making you more money in the long run. Automation is one of those gems. If there's a machine or a nifty program that can slash the time spent on a task and save you some cash, it's totally worth budgeting for. But here's the real magic. Automation doesn't just give you back time. It also brings consistency for your customers and clients, making their experience smoother and better. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering where to begin, here's a tip. Consider getting a virtual assistant. VAs are like experts in spotting areas where automation can work wonders. They've got the skills and they've seen what works in various businesses, so they're great at suggesting automation strategies. One super crucial area to automate in any business is customer or client payments. Make it a breeze for people to pay you. When you streamline payment processes, your cash flow gets healthier, and guess what? Your customers will love you for making their lives easier too. So, investing in automation might feel like a splurge at first, but trust me, it's one expense that'll give you a great return in terms of time saved and happier customers. Number 10, frequently asked questions. Tired of customers ringing up with the same questions over and over again? Here's a neat trick. Keep track of those frequently asked questions and put them up on your website or email them out. Sending out a list of FAQs takes way less time than typing out a long-winded email each time someone asks. Now, here's the scoop. Providing excellent customer service isn't about simply answering every question that comes your way. Nope. It's about going above and beyond what your competitors do. How? By offering outstanding FAQs that your customers can easily access when they need help. Picture this: clear and simple information that lets your customers get the answers they need without wasting time. It's like giving them the keys to solve their own queries, freeing them up to get on with their day hassle-free. Number 11. Value your time and products. Every little chunk of time you give away for free actually costs you money. Let's break it down. Imagine you've calculated your hourly rate to be $1.60, which means it's $1.10 for every 10 minutes of your time. Now, if you're giving away, let's say, 20 units of 10 minutes each month for free, that's effectively wasting $200 per month. That's like losing out on 3.3 hours of time that could have been spent doing something you truly enjoy. To tackle this, it's crucial to charge for your time accurately and establish boundaries with customers right from the start. Good customer service isn't about giving extra time. It's about delivering top-notch service within the time they've paid for. This same principle holds true for your products too. Avoid constantly giving things away for free or always reducing prices. Discounting might seem appealing, but it can seriously hamper your business success and attract the wrong kind of customers. Another vital area to focus on is invoicing. Here's a cool story. I assisted a profit lover in saving a whopping $11,878 by implementing a simple change. We got him and his staff to track the parts they used while providing services to clients, right as they used them. Previously, they waited until the end of the day and guessed what they had used. By doing this small but impactful task, my profit lover discovered an extra 125 hours of time per year, based on his hourly rate of $95. It's incredible how this simple shift in approach made a significant difference without taking much extra time for the service staff. Number 12. Check your prices. If you're confident that your product or service is better than what your competitors offer, then it's time to charge more. It's as simple as that. And if you've kept your prices stagnant for years, it's high time to give them an update. Even small increases in pricing can lead to massive gains in working less and earning more. Here's a story to illustrate this. I once worked with a profit lover who was bringing in $479,000 annually but was still stuck working a hefty 40 hours per week. She couldn't figure out how to boost her income without adding more hours. So here's what we did. We increased her prices by 4.3%. The most I could negotiate with her at the time. We hired a bookkeeper for 4 hours per week. The result? An incredible extra $20,000 in profit. Here's the kicker. Because the increase in pricing didn't cost anything extra to make or sell the product, that 4.3% boost went straight to the bottom line as pure profit. It not only covered the bookkeeper's cost, $15,600, but also left some extra change in the piggy bank. Now, the actual net financial result might seem like a modest $4,400, but let's unpack that. Previously, my profit lover was investing 10 hours per week doing bookkeeping tasks. Considering her hourly rate was $32, that translates to an actual cost of $320 to the business every week just for bookkeeping. So, after implementing these changes, my profit lover not only enjoyed an extra $4,400 in profit, but also gained an additional 10 hours of time per week. She smartly divided this newfound time into 6 hours of sales to generate more income and 4 hours of leisure time. See, even seemingly small changes in pricing and smart business decisions can lead to significant financial gains and more free time. Number 13. Understand gross profit. Gross profit is basically the money you earn from selling something, minus the cost it took to make or provide that thing. Let's break it down. If you're in the cake baking business, your gross profit for each cake is simply the money you get from selling the cake, minus the cost of all the ingredients used to make it. It's a simple way to figure out how much money you're actually making from each item or service you sell. Now, having this figure is super important. You'll want to know the gross profit per item or service sold, and it's helpful to calculate this on a monthly and yearly basis. Why? Because it gives you the power to really understand how much money you're putting in your pocket from what you sell. Let's say, for instance, your cake business sells around 30 cakes per week, and for each cake, your gross profit is $20. Simple math tells us that your weekly profit from selling those cakes would be $600. Understanding your gross profit helps you have a clear picture of your earnings and helps you make informed decisions about your business. Number 14, analyze net profit. Net profit is like the money you have left after you've subtracted all the running costs or overheads from the money you've made from selling your products or services, which is your gross profit. It's a super important number to keep tabs on because it tells you how much money you're truly making once all your regular business expenses like rent, electricity, and other overheads are accounted for. Checking your net profit monthly is key to ensure that your business expenses aren't gobbling up all your hard-earned profits. Let's go back to our baker friend. We know their gross profit from selling cakes is $600 per week. Now, after subtracting the costs that stay the same, even if the baker doesn't sell a single cake, these are the overheads, let's say it's $400. That leaves our baker with a net profit of just $200 per week. Here's the deal. Many small business owners often see money coming into their business but wonder why there isn't much left in their bank accounts. Knowing both your gross and net profits is like having a map that shows you exactly where your money is going. It helps you understand the real picture of your business finances and where your profits are headed. Number 15, create budgets. Budgets are like a roadmap for your business, covering various areas like sales, marketing, office supplies, staff costs, and more. They're super handy because they help you foresee how much money you'll make compared to the profits your business will generate. Essentially, budgets prevent you from spending money you don't actually have. Just as many families rely on household budgets to manage their expenses, businesses need their own budgets too. Starting a budget is simpler than you might think. Take a peek at last year's profit and loss report. What did you spend money on? Were those expenses necessary? Were they sufficient? And what should they look like for the upcoming year? Here's the kicker. Sometimes expenses end up devouring your profits, forcing you to work more just to stay afloat, which totally goes against our goal of working less and earning more. I've seen this scenario play out when profit lovers make impulsive decisions like saying, "Oh, I might as well get a new flyer designed." The problem here is that there's no plan behind the flyer, no budget set aside for it, and no way to track its effectiveness. It's basically wasting cash. Now let's crunch some numbers to really drive home this point. Yep, this is a real-life example. Flyer design cost, $180, flyer printing cost, $860. Time spent communicating with the designer and getting print quotes. 1.5 hours at $53 per hour, totaling $79.50. So, the grand total cost of this flyer endeavor is $1,119.50, or in terms of work hours, it's equivalent to 21.1 hours. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Do you really want to work an extra 21.1 hours just to fund flyers that don't bring in any cash? Probably not. This example vividly illustrates how unplanned expenses can eat into your time and money without adding any real value to your business. Number 16, manage cash flow. Cash flow, let me tell you, is a big deal in the world of small businesses. In fact, more than 90% of small businesses that hit rock bottom can blame it on poor cash flow. Yep, that number should send shivers down your spine. Now I get it. Cash flow management might sound like the most yawn-inducing topic ever, but trust me, it's not. It's actually super crucial. Why? because it's the lifeline of your business. Knowing exactly what money is coming in and what's flying out is like business 101. Without some form of cash flow forecast, you're practically inviting disaster to waltz right in and serve you up a big plate of failure. And here's the kicker. You might think you're in the clear because your trusty bookkeeper handles cash flow for you. But wait, it's still your responsibility to grasp the basics of your own cash flow. Don't leave the fate of your business, be it success or failure, in someone else's hands. Understanding your cash flow is like having a superpower. It's the key to keeping your business afloat and thriving. Number 17, handle staff and clients wisely. Dealing with underperforming staff can be tough because the idea of having that dreaded "you're out" conversation can be pretty scary. Sometimes it feels easier to let them stick around rather than going through the hassle of finding and training someone new. But here's the thing about having not-so-great staff. Their bad vibes can spread like a nasty cold in the office. Yep, badness is like a contagious bug. Your top-notch employees might start feeling the effects, either leaving because of it or sinking down to that not-so-great level themselves. Having staff who aren't quite cutting it means you end up spending more time micromanaging the business. How often do you find yourself at work just checking if everything's running smoothly because of certain staff members? It's time to gear up and make the tough call. Let go of the bad apples and focus your energy on finding the right fit for your business. When you have the right mix of staff, provide them with proper training and incentives for doing well, I can guarantee you'll see a boost in profits and gain the freedom to step away from the business more often. And you know what? It's not just about staff. The same goes for those pesky customers or clients who don't respect your boundaries, time, or even your payment terms. It's completely okay to politely bid them farewell. Before you say goodbye to those not-so-great staff, customers, or clients, it's wise to take a quick moment to figure out how things got to this point. Were the boundaries not clear enough? Maybe they weren't aware of them, or perhaps you were a bit too lenient with the rules. Reflect on what went wrong and how you can prevent this from happening again in the future. Trust me, it's a worthwhile exercise. Number 18, take breaks. Ever heard that line about not having time for a lunch break? Well, let me tell you, it's an old excuse that doesn't quite hold water. You don't just have time for lunch. You can actually make time for it. Working straight through lunch might seem like a productivity hack, but in reality, it slows you down and increases the chances of making mistakes. It's like trying to save time by cutting corners, but in the end, it's just not worth it. Even superheroes like Wonder Woman need a break for a snack to recharge. I could keep talking about this for ages, but honestly, it's backed up by simple biology. Taking a break to eat isn't just about fulfilling hunger. It's about giving your brain and body the fuel they need to keep going strong. There are tons of studies out there, just ask Google, that prove this point beyond a shadow of a doubt if you ever feel like diving into the topic. Trust me, it's science. I recommend you watch the next video in our series. Don't hesitate to share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and Lil see you in my next video.